what's up, everybody? Thank you for checking out this episode of Chewin The Rag. Today, I am joined by somebody who many people have told to make a pod, start making content, a rapper that I've talked about on this podcast. I would like to introduce everybody to Wedge. What's going on, my man?
What's going on with you?
How you been? Good?
No, but that's another that's another topic. I am in hell right now. But yeah, like that shit that Dak say about pressure being a privilege. I'm a very privileged individual right now. 'Cause goddamn, life is
Bro,
falling apart.
bro is down
But
bad. We're not even gonna do the generic how you doing today.
nah, man. Hey, it's bad, but I got him right where I want him. It's gonna be all right.
So first and foremost, because everybody's kind of sniffing it out right now on Twitter. They're hinting at the whole like, "Oh, you rap? Oh, you're a rapper?" And you're like, "Yeah, a little bit." But it's like,
Yeah,
so we're just gonna get that right out the way because I
let's
mean,
do
you're
it.
about 20 years into the game with Jan's Boy
Yeah,
being the most recent,
yep.
and then it's like this is the most generic question you could ask somebody, but I genuinely get interested hearing it. Like, how did that all start for you? How did you get into rapping?
Um, I mean, I've probably wore this story out, but when when I was a young kid, my mom started dating a guy who ended up being my stepdad, and I'm not saying I was like sheltered or anything, but my mom wasn't really, into rap or wanting me into rap. So one of the ways that he kind of like endeared himself to me was to slide me all the tapes that my mom wouldn't let me have. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
um probably the first thing I ever got was Kumo D, Knowledge is Power, or Knowledge is King, sorry. And then he got me into like the Easy E and NWA stuff, and my imagination was flying by then.
Bro, and that's something that was actually referenced in Jan's Boy. You're talking about the sliding you the tapes that mom don't know about. And I
Hmm.
didn't realize like that was, kind of the beginning of how that all came to be. So that's dope. And there's a lot of references. I heard the whole breakdown of the album. I listened to that podcast. And
Oh,
like
that's what's
you said, like yourself, like most of that shit, if not all of it, is there's some truth to some of it. Even if it didn't directly happen to you, you were
right.
involved in something.
Yeah, like when you're trying to tell an entire life story of, I guess that story goes from a little before I was born all the way till I was like 21. When you're trying to
Yeah.
do that in an hour, it's like there's going to be some amalgamations and some things get conflated and crammed together, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's truth in everything, and maybe not letter for letter, word for word.
Right. And that's something we talked about too, because just like even a comedic standpoint for me, like the truth isn't always funny, but
Right.
you can exaggerate and make the small picture bigger, and that's how you find the funny. And that was something that we connected on. You talk about the block you were on, and grandparents, especially like my grandmother's the only person I like didn't want to disappoint. Like parents,
Yeah,
I could disappoint my parents. Grandma, I didn't want to I did not
feeling
want to
like
piss
that.
grandma off, bro. Anytime she was mad, I was like, fuck, I pissed off grand.
Yeah, ain't no feeling like that at all.
And yeah, man. So obviously, like, I don't even really want to talk about rap too much because the
Yeah.
state of it right now, bro. Like, we kind of have the same point of view on that whole scape and what what it is. But are you looking to continue growing as Tripp and putting any new music out there or
Um, I mean, right now it's not a priority. Like I'm a person who stopped having like dreams in that field probably in my early 30s, but um as a lot of my peers, as I say to them, like you don't choose when you're done with it. Like your
right?
brain does not stop turning things into rhymes and turning things into metaphors. And every time I say I'm done, I start writing again. And I wanted like Jan's Boy to be the capper. Like
Yeah.
that's a good way to cap it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm writing again and I'm recording again. There's a producer in my city that goes by LG Dupree, and we're getting ready to put out an EP. It's just going to be probably six or seven songs. It's gonna be called Hollow Earth. And like I say, like when you do like a themed album or something where you've got to really zero in on a topic, it's like after you
Yeah.
do all that emotional labor, it's like I just need to rap now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I
right.
just need to just spit. Like I just need to let loose. So that's what this is gonna be. It's just gonna be, just flames.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm looking forward to that because, like, obviously, Jan's Boy is, like, the one that was put on all the major platforms and everything, but you have the whole band camp with all of I'm looking at it now, I've already listened to most of this, to be honest, but, like, Slave House, The 10th Inning, like, there was a lot of just kinda rap there, and even but,
Yeah.
like, Judas even sounded like it was something that actually happened, you know what I'm saying? So, like
Oh, there was some personal stuff there. Yeah, I
yeah,
was airing some shit
yeah,
out there. Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, I don't know, man, I'm looking forward to hearing just that because I've talked about it on here, I've talked about it, I've shared it on Twitter and stuff too. I never mentioned you by name just to kinda
Yeah.
help you in that little bit of secrecy you might want, a little bit of peace you
I
might
mean,
want.
yeah, the top's off now. Like, fuck it, like
Yeah, yeah, people
whatever.
are talking.
I don't even
I've
care.
seen it, and I'm like, all right, people are talking now. Because even when I found out, it was just a couple people in DMI hitting you up, saying like, "Oh, this
Yeah,
trailer for Jan's Boy is dope," and I messaged you. I was like, "Oh, you rap? Like, let me get
right.
send me
Yeah,
something." And bro, I've offended people doing that, and it's crazy because I'm not trying to be an asshole. Like, there was a chef. It's the most random shit, but there was a chef in Texas and I didn't see any plates of food on his shit. And I was like, bro, share a plate. Like, I'm trying to see what you're doing. He's like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, damn, I'm not trying to be that guy.
yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, so you know, I don't tend to keep Facebook all the time. I'm only usually
Yeah.
there when I've got something to sell. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
everybody there on that platform knows me as Tripp. It's very rap centric, and it's like Twitter was my get away from that. Nobody knows me. I
Hmm.
just want to be talk football guy. But
Hmm.
like I said, like cover's kind of blown now. But I still don't want to be on Twitter having full blown rap conversations or anything like
Bro,
that. 'Cause, I mean, it's pointless.
it
Twitter's too
is.
young for it. I
It's,
think.
yeah. No, everybody on Twitter, I feel like when it comes to like rap or even sports outside of like the circle I kind of associate with, it's a lot of like stands. Like, they're gonna pick a
Yeah.
side, they're gonna choose their guy, and like that's it. And it's like, bro, I don't. We can have a discussion though. Damn.
Well, and everything's so definitive. Like I was having a
Hmm.
conversation today about like who's the goat in hip hop to me. And to me, like there's a goat tier. And I don't know,
Hmm.
and I do the same thing in sports. Like, why do we have to split these hairs between guys who are clearly in a category of their own with a thick black line under it where other people cannot cross up there? Why do we
Yeah.
have to split the hairs? Like, who cares, man? I can't do it. Like the Jordan versus LeBron thing that will never die. I don't
Oh
care.
my god, I don't
Like
give a fuck about
if
that.
if you make a if you make an all-time starting five, that's your shooting guard and your small forward. Move on. Like that's
There
it.
you
Like
go.
who cares? They're both there. I don't care who's better. It's I don't know.
Especially in sports, because like there's so many different positions and so many like this, that, and the
And
third. And it's like,
eras. How do you do the
yeah, eras is
across
big.
eras? How because listen, you can do all of the advanced stats you want, but if you were not alive and cognizant during an era, you can't feel the era. You just can't know what it was like. You
No.
can't. I can't talk about OJ Simpson running the ball. I can't talk about Jim Brown. It's I could watch those tapes. I can know the stats. I will not know what football felt like at that time. It's just not
Mhm.
possible. So I stay out of those.
You can't, bro. Especially, I mean, we see it right now. Like, we both fuck with Dak. We know that you know, he ain't Mahomes, but
Yeah,
we're aware that like he can get you somewhere. And
yeah,
you see these guys. putting a side by side with like a Peyton Manning with the, and it's like, bro, what the
We're like, come
fuck are
on.
we doing, bro?
He's obviously not that, but he's definitely good enough that a competent organization could really do some work with it. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? Could at least get much farther than this team has gotten with him. You know, we're
exactly.
not going to sit here and act like he's not good, not very good. And I just think that a lot of it is like situational coaching.
Yeah,
Like if you know this guy, like I feel like he comes out too jacked up sometimes in big spots, and it's not deer in the headlights, it's pressing. Like it's the same, and this is why you can't talk this shit on Twitter, because I said he's a teeth clencher like Peyton Manning. And people,
yeah,
oh, you can't compare him to Peyton Manning. I'm not
yeah.
saying Peyton Manning. I'm saying they both kind of press in big games because they want it so fucking bad. And I mean Peyton Manning had a lot of bad big games early on.
Oh,
You know
a
what I'm
lot.
saying?
Hmm.
It's just a thing. Motherfucker want to win really bad and can't keep it together. But I think you can hold his hand through that with a competent, coaching staff and surroundings.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I agree with that. You've said it before with like the man just needs a blowjob in the locker room before coming out in
Yeah.
the big game, bro. Like
And
just
like
wind
a
the fuck down.
like
Just
a 5 milligram edible, like a
yeah,
couple hours before, like
yeah,
just a
yeah,
little calm, you know? Yeah, just a little
yeah.
something.
That's all he needs. Just take the edge
Yeah.
off because you see him settle in, and it's like, bro, we needed this shit out the gate. Like,
Yep.
calm the fuck down.
And man, it just can't be a total fire across the board. Like the Green Bay playoff game, it's like at any moment he could have gotten the team back in the game.
Yeah,
And at
yeah.
any moment, the defense could have stopped the game from getting completely out of hand, and nobody wanted to
And
participate at all. Like
not a single
no one did
motherfucker.
their part.
Michael
Oh my
Gallup
god.
looked like the best player on the fucking Cowboys
Yeah.
that day.
And I had my stupid ass in public, bro. I was in
Mm,
public while this is, and
mm.
everyone, it doesn't even matter if it's their team. Everyone
No.
loves when we're getting our ass beat.
Yeah, bro.
And I was in
Everybody.
public. I called an Uber
Bro.
at halftime to go home and be in private shame.
Bro.
Like I called it, and it was 27 nothing. I called my Uber. My Uber got there at halftime. I was up. I was home. Like, no, I'm not
Nah.
enduring
Get me
this.
the fuck out of
It's not
here.
happening. No.
You gotta stay your ass at home, bro. You were at that Jacksonville game too and became a goddamn meme.
Oh my God. We were up what? What was it?
Bro.
34-20 we was up? Or I
Stay,
don't know, 31-17, something.
bro. Hmm. You shared the
Oh
picture,
man,
and then like a week later, Facebook shared the picture. I was like, oh no.
bruh, like I
Bro.
have pictures on my Twitter at my homeboy's house where he had the signs, and I was like, I said something smart ass about it too, like, and he
Yeah,
whooped my ass with that sign after. Oh my god! Oh fuck that experience. I love Jacksonville though. Jacksonville's
mm.
dope.
Now you obviously you're in DMI, you're in Iowa, but you spent a lot of time down in Florida, right?
Yeah. So when I got to college, I met up with one of the guys who was in the group called Scar that I ended up in. That was like my first group, my first record deal. This is 2001, 2002. And he's from Sarasota, Florida. So I went back there with him over Christmas break once. They had an album that was like 70% done. And they just added me, into all the empty spots. And I'm like all over it. And we put that thing
Mm.
out. And it was called Back Up When You See the Paw. And it was like kind of a little local classic. Like people in Sarasota, Bradenton era still fuck with that album. Like it was just some raw, like street shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cool little run we had, but we kind of had bad management. Um, we were label mates with Kia or Kaya, the fucking my neck, my back
I'm trying
bitch.
to think. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
So like our management and her management were like partners, but we weren't on the same label. We were on like sister labels. And
Mm.
our manager would always like throw her in our face, like, that's what you need to do. Like,
Oh my
none of
god.
us were on that, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we came to an impasse and we never moved forward, with that management. But we always like we never fell out or nothing. We're good. Like everybody there is good. But everybody just kind of went and did their own thing after that. But it was a good little run in Florida. And I consider Florida my second home. I love Sarasota, Bradenton area is great.
Yeah, I know you've talked about that for sure, for sure. See, I wouldn't really, cause like, and it ain't even just me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, they heard me talk about we opened the gate with a rap, and then I'm like, Iowa, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
nobody really, you don't think of a rapper coming from Iowa, but as I followed you, there was also MCTV, they're based there, and then you talked about like, a big rapper coming into town, and you guys, I'm not gonna say who it was a white boy, but like you and your crew kind of just like Macklemore, just kind of like,
Yeah.
you, you know what I mean? So
I
like,
mean, Macklemore opened for us in the city.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's our city. Like he opened for us. And I remember there was a moment where the people that were it was in at Vaudeville Muse, which a fantastic venue, two-story kind of deal. I've got some videos on YouTube, but like people on the top tier are looking down on you. It's a real narrow place. It's so intimate. Like I love vaudeville music. It broke my heart that it closed, but I remember there was a time during that show when Macklemore was there, and the owners was like, "Oh, you guys want to meet Macklemore?" And we were all just like, "Who the fuck is Macklemore?" And we just went back to our drinks, like, "Fuck this guy!" Like, but that's how we treated everybody, though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it wasn't just because it's Macklemore, right?
Yeah, like as far as like Iowa rap, like we were the fucking bushwhackers. You know what I mean? Like we come in the
Yeah,
spot, we blow the spot down, we drink everything, we act a goddamn fool, we don't stay for the headliner, and we leave. But like we just wanted to fucking party and make dope music and make the crowd go crazy. Like none of us really, really cared about blowing up. It was never
yeah.
about that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that completely. Obviously I wasn't a fucking rapper, but I
Mhm.
wasn't like I wasn't a hardcore band. And like my whole thing, we fell out, still my best friend is in that band, not in that band, but my best friend, we were a part of that band. We fell out as a band, but not as a friendship. But like my whole thing was, bro,
Yeah,
I'm just trying to go play shows. I'm just trying to fucking have fun. Like I don't it's hardcore, bro. Like I don't need this whole intricate get behind the keys and all all this shit that you want to do.
yeah,
He's trying and his whole thing was just about like the art. And I was like, that's just it's not for me. So same kind of thing where like I just wanted to get people hype. I was hoping somebody started a fight, like like let
yeah,
them fight out there. Like I want them to fight. They're enjoying themselves to my shit
yeah.
that means.
Like when I came into venues, there was always a vibe like there was a pit bull in there with no owner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's how I like feeling. Like
yeah.
that was what I was about. I had opportunities to do a lot of things that probably could have advanced my career. Like I got a fucking developmental deal from Sony offered to me, but like I never wanted to write for other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
all that was gonna be was writing for some fucking goofball that can't rap. You
Yeah.
know, I never was into any of that. So I just wanted to make good ass music. I wanted to be the dopest where I was, and I wanted to have fun and get drunk and fuck bitches. Like that
Yeah.
was my 20s and my early 30s, and we fucking accomplished that. Like got that done.
Bro.
So it's fine. Like I don't have regrets.
No, not at all. And like Jan's boy, it kind of got, like you said, that would have been a perfect capper to that.
Yep.
Just because like you can tell you can see the growth if you've listened to like your Bandcamp shit to that.
Mhm.
Like it was like, oh, this motherfucker's now he's telling a story now. Like this is boom to like now. Like, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So you can see the growth from like I'm just trying to fuck around to let me cap this bitch off. Or you thought.
Mhm.
So you
It
thought.
just doesn't let you go, man. Like I'm 42. All of my rap colleagues around here are somewhere between like 35 and 45 pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like and everybody's still rapping and it's so funny that there's such a stigma attached to rapping past a certain age. Like
Yeah.
none of these people think they're gonna make it. It's just like we're doing art and we're being creative and it's what we want to do. There's motherfuckers who paint fucking paintings that no one ever buys and slap them up on Facebook and everybody's sucking their dick because they're
Yeah.
talented. It's like, what is the difference? Like, no one's delusional about making it. This is the art that we're good at, and we're just continuing to do it. Like, why is there such a problem? Why do people think this is funny or some shit? And as long as your content matches your life,
Hmm.
like I'm not talking gangster shit because I ain't been doing gangster shit since early 2000s. What is the point?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? If I say
Yeah.
anything about it, I'm saying it in retrospect. So what does it matter? I don't get why there's such a stigma attached to it.
It's the same shit in comedy though. Like you would go to an open mic and somebody who, I'm only 31, I'm young, but like
Mhm.
somebody who might have been like 50 plus was coming in there and people are like, "Oh, what is this guy doing on stage?" It's like, "Bro, he's telling jokes. Same thing we're fucking doing on stage. Like we're not getting paid. We had to pay
Yeah.
the 2 drink minimum." Like
And you know
what the
what?
fuck do you mean?
Ain't it always a motherfucker who does nothing that's got
Mhm.
something to say?
Mhm.
Like someone who no one has ever bought a ticket to see you do
Nobody.
anything. No one has ever purchased one anything of media from you or
No,
whatever you do.
bro.
Like no one has ever given a fuck about your life and you've got something
That's
to say about someone who maybe doesn't have a ton of success but has a small following or something. Like you
right,
do
right.
nothing. Why are you talking? I hate
Like
that shit.
bro, it's not like we're at a fucking produced show right now. Like we are at an open mic performing in front of each other. There's 2 fucking people in the crowd right now that aren't comics. Like, and you're
Yeah,
shitting on a 50-year-old who 20 years ago he was probably selling tickets or something. I don't fucking know. Like,
right.
I got
Well,
no
and,
idea
and
what the hell his backstory is.
here's another parallel, and we both understand both. Like anyone who can step on a stage is built different.
Yeah.
And anyone who can step inside a ring or a cage
Yeah.
and get down is built different. And I've done that too. I don't know if that's ever come up, but I used to fight in the unsanctioned show up to a place and fight unnamed
uh,
opponent. Bruh, that's some shit a lot of people ain't gonna do. You are about to sign up to fight a
nah.
sight unseen. Like you're built different. You don't know what the fuck you're about to walk in there against. And the last time I got in, I lost. And it wasn't no embarrassing loss. I had a motherfucker packed up and I emptied the clip on him right before the end of the round and I
Mm.
didn't put him out and the bell saved him and I was cooked. And and I lost after that. But that's not embarrassing to me because you can't talk to me if you wouldn't get in there.
That's
You
what
know,
I'm
you
saying.
can't
Like
say shit to me if you wouldn't get in there. So,
I used to have a
uh,
joke. I used to have a joke about that because that was I lost, and they're like, "At least you stepped in there," and I was like, "Bro, that's the last thing any motherfucker wants to hear after they lost." Like, bro, what do you mean? At least you stepped in there? Get the fuck out of my face! And then like you think you look past the funny, and you're like, "No, I did step in there though. Like, I'll fuck you
yeah,
up."
yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't want any of this. Like, this ain't gonna work out for you at all.
Mm,
But yeah, I lost. It's okay
yeah,
though.
yeah. No, I've only lost or drawn. I've never fucking won. Like motherfucker doesn't know how to win. I can either lose or do enough where we both don't fucking win, but I can't win. I got
That's
that in
kind of
me.
a win.
I'll take it.
Kill me to kill you. You ain't gonna win though. Yeah.
No, I do remember because I forget what it was, but somebody was talking shit about like somebody smiling on the sidelines after like a drop pass or something. And
Yeah.
I posted a picture of me smiling after a 26-second fucking loss in front of my family in my debut. And I was like, bro, that's a normal ass thing. And then you posted a picture of you post fight, and I was like, oh, okay, this motherfucker fought too. Like,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, yeah.
Was that ever like? No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I like, I like to be challenged. I like
Hmm.
my heart to race, and it gets me in trouble because I will chase that racing heart feeling to the end of the earth. Like, I'll chase it to hell.
Hmm.
I don't feel alive watching Netflix. I don't feel alive chilling. I don't feel alive walking through the park. Like, I gotta do some hardcore shit or I feel like I'm dying. And I'm just one of those people. So, I
Yeah, that's
get
what
in
I was gonna
dreams and fight
ask.
strangers and shit. Like, it's
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna
one
ask because
day,
like, go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna
No,
say,
that's
like,
all I was gonna ask is like for MMA, like was that ever like something that you were like, oh, I'm gonna pursue it, or was it just like I need
if
something right now?
if I would have had the support. So when I got out of I did like a 90-day shock in
Hmm.
2003, right after I turned 21. And I had a lot of time to think. And I really wanted to do MMA like for real when I got out of there. And I I had a baby that had just been born. My oldest daughter had just been born at that time, and I was with her mother. And if I had had any sort of support, like I don't mean like emotional support or
Yeah, no.
like can you fucking like make any money so that I can
Yeah,
have a little time to train? You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
If I'd have had any of that, I think I would have jumped fully into MMA because I loved how that felt. But I never
Hmm.
could, so I was always, relegated to showing up to the bars and shit and signing the paper and get in there and bang just for fun.
Yeah.
And like after fights, I would get calls from there's Midwest Cage Championships, they would call me sometimes, for their tournaments. And it's something I wished I could have pursued, but you can't play MMA.
No.
So like if I didn't have the time to really train, I'm not about to go in there and get my ass kicked because someone else did, like,
Yeah.
and I'm a hard working motherfucker. So if I wasn't able to really put in the work, I'm not gonna go in there and embarrass myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that completely. That's actually that 26-second loss that I was talking about. So a few months before that, I saw my cousin, my bitch ass cousin. He fought in he fought in a
We're
cage.
gonna have to learn why
He
he's bitch
fought,
ass cousin later,
I
but
got you.
continue.
I got you. So he fought in a cage and he won. And he won with like the dude had his back. The dude was fucking him up. He was just mummy walking the whole time, trying not to get punched. And the dude had his back against the cage and he threw an elbow, which was illegal in amateur MMA at the time. I don't know if it still is. I think it is. And it should have been a DQ, but he ended up getting a win. And I was like, oh, if this motherfucker could do it, like I can do it. That's easy. I rolled off the couch. I cut like 45 pounds. I was a little fat head. I was fat when I got in there. And I fucking it was a 5-hour drive. I'm selling tickets like I'm gonna actually do something. And I get there, and my opponent's like 5'8". He's bald, jacked. He looked like a fucking I say this all the time, a neo-Nazi action figure, bro. Like just a perfectly like just built skinhead and just whoop my ass. And I was like, all right, next fight I'm training. Like, let me go find a gym, bro. Cause I'm not doing this shit again. I ended up losing the next one, but I at least was like in shape and I was prepared. Like that
Right.
was one I could have won. The first one, my ass was not winning. That dude fucked me up.
So, while we're on the tip of quick losses, apparently, me making you a walkout song is the kiss of death
Bro.
because two guys, two guys have asked to come out to my music, and I think they got packed up in probably a total of 40 seconds, bro. And that includes one torn ACL. Like,
Bro.
do not walk out
Oh
to my
no.
shit
Oh
at
no.
all. It's the kiss of death. Don't
Bro.
fucking do it. Don't do it. There's a curse attached, apparently. I don't know.
Bro, when I when I talk about my fights and people YouTube that shit, it's like a 3-minute video. So they probably think like, oh, we're getting some rounds.
But it's all
Bro,
introductions.
that's 2 walkouts. That's us pacing. Bro, You're getting 26 seconds of me rolling around. I'm like, I had the guy on Facebook who did the video. I was like, bro, you could have edited that like a little bit, just like got to the fucking point.
Oh man, that's
Mm.
I can see why you don't want to hear. At least you got it in there.
No, see,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Bro, so bitch ass cousin came because
yeah.
I don't
I
even
know this.
I'm trying to think. He was just talking shit one, and like I was ignoring him. I was ignoring him. I was ignoring him. He would message me on like social media apps, and I was just like, bro, I'm not associated with you. Like, but I'm not gonna block you because I like the fact that you're coming to me and I get to ignore you and you feel me ignoring you. So I'm not gonna block you because I like this shit. That's that little like twist that we have where it's like I like this shit. Like
Yeah,
you're upset and you want to talk to me when I ain't talking to you. So I like this. And he put up a Facebook, like you brought up a Facebook status talking about he tagged me and was like, "Oh, Cage War," and I was like, "Bro, if you really want, you were like the one motherfucker I might say, all right, I'll go train again and take another fight." Like, bro, I would fuck you up, and I know I would fuck you up. So why don't we? So I was like, "Yo, if you want to do it," and then that's when he just went like silent. He stopped messaging me, and I was like, "All right, so you're just talking shit." Like, all right, that's fine. That's why he's bitch ass cousin. Because I was ready to step in a damn cage. You called me out. I'll step in for you. I don't give a fuck.
I got a couple of bitch ass cousins, but they're like it's more like Carlton Banks type of bitch ass
Oh
cousins, and it's
no.
not. It would never be no smoke because it fucking like it wouldn't. It would never be smoke. It's just I don't like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, I got fucking family I don't even know. I found out the Puerto Rican flag behind me. I found out like right around when my son was born. I just did a 23andMe for fun. I said, fuck it.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
if he ever asked me like, oh dad, what are we? Like, I don't know, white. That's white people love naming all fucking. Oh, we're Irish, we're German, we're fucking no, bro. You're just white. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to every little thing, but so I was like, fuck it, let me do a 23andMe. I never
Yeah.
had sisters growing up. I had two younger brothers, and 23andMe came back, and it was only relative that showed up on my dad's side was a sister. I was like, that don't make no damn sense. So I messaged my mom. She was alive at the time. I talked to her and I was like, "So what's this?" And she goes, "Oh, I don't know. That must." I'm like, "It's DNA. Like, I don't think it's a fuck up." like, like, what? She said, "Oh, it must be a mess up." I'm like, "I spit in a fucking tube. I don't." Your whole side of the family is showing the last name that I'm familiar with. This is not. And then it came out. My father's like this little 5'9" fucking Puerto Rican dude. I was like,
Wow.
"What the fuck?" So, bro, he has like I have like 12 sisters. I've met like a couple of them now, and it's just a whole like a grandmother that doesn't hardly speak English, like full Spanish accent and
Holy
everything,
shit.
calls me Christopher, like straight, like so, like, bro, there's a whole side of the family that I don't even know. That's insane.
That's nuts.
You know,
Yeah, I
somebody
don't have
like
anything that quite compares to that. I had a secret brother.
a
Um,
secret brother.
yeah, I had a secret brother. I guess my dad got the fucking the office slut pregnant and
Oh
didn't
god,
and tried to like hide it and shit. And me and my sister like learned about it and we hunted him down when he was like 19. And I mean,
hmm.
at that point it's just weird and awkward, like how do you build a bond with someone who's
Yeah,
ready? And it was like just that fast. He came down with lymphoma and he was out of there in like 6 months.
damn,
He didn't even make it to like 23, 24. It was crazy. But
that's nutty. Guys, we are going to take a quick break from this episode of Chewin the Rag to talk to you about Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a jitter-free clean energy company. They carry shakers, they carry energy powder, they carry rehydration drinks, gym bags. That hat back there is actually from Dubby. I got a keyboard, like a mouse pad right here from Dubby. Great company, great quality. I'm somebody that, midday I want to grab an energy drink while I'm driving around. Before work, have my coffee. After work, before recording, for example, let's caffeinate somehow. Dubby negates that. I swear, I have one shaker a W a day is all I need to keep going. And right now they're offering 20% off. That's 10% off more than what they used to. 20% off if you go to w.gg and use promo code Chewin at checkout. That's w.gg and use promo code CHEWIN at checkout. While you are out there browsing the web, taking a look around, be sure to go to chewintherag.com. We have new merch up, t-shirts, tank tops, hats. We got a bunch of like warm weather stuff out there. We've got a whole new different line of stuff from what we used to have. And also on that website, you can find the Discord. You can find all the social medias, where you can find you in the rag, the email to ask questions. The Discord right now is a lot of fun. We're constantly in there just playing games. We've got the Ask the Pod tab where you can ask questions, interact with everybody. We're trying to get that going. So chewintherag.com for merch, social medias, and everything else regarding Chewin the Rag. Sticker mule. Guys, if you are familiar with this podcast, if you are familiar with me, you know I like artwork. I like graffiti. I like sticker bombing things. I like skateboard culture. I have custom package bags with my brand on it, with Chewin the Rag rather on it, stickers with Chewin the Rag on it. I get compliments on those stickers, on those bags. People ask me where I get them. I'll tell you right now, Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule provides me with stickers, labels, bags, t-shirts now. They literally offer everything. They are a local company to where I am. And right now, using the code in this description of this episode, you can save, I believe it's $10 on your first order by signing up. So if you go to Sticker Mule, go right to the description of this episode, click on the link for Sticker Mule. It'll bring you to a sign up screen and save $10 on your next order with Sticker Mule. Stickers, bags, merch, literally everything. Fast. They send you mock-ups. They send you everything you need to ensure that you're getting a quality product, and they are with you every step of the way. So go to the link in the description, go to Sticker Mule, sign up, save yourself some money today. If you are enjoying the pod show, please be sure to like, rate, subscribe, and share on whatever platform you are listening on. Kind of helps just pick up the pace for us, the algorithm, all that fun, boring stuff that nobody wants to hear about. So if you're enjoying it, please be sure to do that. And thank you again for listening to Chewin the Rag.
That's not as
Yeah.
crazy as sounding like a whole side fan.
Yeah, bro. Like, nah. And I had a brother, he's a little bit older than me. My mom was pregnant when she was like 14. She came up for adoption. So I have a not a secret brother, but one that I'll probably never meet. I know his name. I don't know where that leads. He's still around here somewhere. But yeah, it's crazy because like my buddy who I was talking about earlier in the band, he was like, when he found out he had sisters and shit, like he was on the ball. Like, oh, I want to go down here and I want to meet everybody and see how it is. Me, I'm like, bro, I'm at that point I was like 28. I'm like, bro, I'm almost 30. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I've lived 30 whole years not knowing this side of the
it's just
family.
gonna
Like,
be labor at
yeah,
that
that's what
point.
it feels like.
It's just gonna be labor. Like, nah, it's cooked, and that's not your fault. That's
Yeah.
someone above you's fault. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Like, that's
that,
not your
that ain't my pay
responsibility
grade.
to fix all that.
No.
Yeah,
No, and dude, I've met him now. I've talked to him. I've hung out with him a couple times. Like he's a nice enough guy, but it's like, bro, I can't be like, "What's up, dad?" Like, like I don't. A whole nother man raised me. Like I don't know you, bro.
yeah. All that
Like,
blood shit's overrated, bro. Like,
hmm
it's mad overrated.
I agree. I always like, and he tries. Even today, he messaged me. He goes, "Oh, you want to bring the family up to camp?" And I was like, "Bro, like, what are we doing? I don't even like camping. First of all, like,
Oh
I don't
no,
want to
you
go. I don't
can.
want to go to fucking camp.
Yeah.
But
It's so sad to see people hanging on to like those type of connections, like
yeah,
I know women whose fathers abandoned them most of their lives and they still feel this obligation to like keep a man, fuck that dude.
yeah. I
Like,
don't know that fucking guy.
fuck
You
that
don't know that
dude.
fucking guy,
He had
bro.
40 years to do the right thing and he didn't. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. My mother's father, he passed away, and like that dude lived in Florida. We like I never met him before. I met him, and then he came up one year. This was, I mean, this was a while back, but he came up one year, and they were like, "Oh, you want to take a picture? Like, you want to meet your granddad?" I'm like, I don't know that man. That ain't my granddad, bro. What the fuck are
Yeah,
you talking about? So like, I get that completely. And then he passed away, and they're all like, "R.I.P." Like, and I'm like, bro, he, he just didn't exist to me. Like, there is no R.I.P. for me. Like, I'm not sad about this dude that I don't fucking know. I'm not sad about people I know dying half the fuck. Well, depends depends on the person.
hey man, I'm not faking sad for nobody.
Hell no. Like, if I didn't fuck with you alive, I'm not gonna be sad. Like, it's just I don't even know who you are, bro. I can't
Yeah,
I can't pretend that I'm sad granddad is dead. I don't know you, bro.
nah,
Like,
like
at all.
there's probably gonna come a time when my family's gonna look at me funny because, you know, my dad's got a stent in each leg and he
Mhm.
got shakes and shit, and then it's probably the fourth quarter, it's probably, you know, getting
Yeah.
close to the 2 minute warning.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are gonna expect me to be sad, and I'm not really gonna be that sad. Like, not 100% sure I'll be at the funeral. Like,
Right.
sorry, y'all. Like, motherfucker had, I'm 42, bro. You had a long time for us to fix this shit,
That's what I'm
nigga.
saying, bro.
Like, we could have fixed it.
Like,
We've never hardly, like, I did live in Florida for a very brief time. Other than that,
dude.
we ain't never been more than like 4 miles apart.
Yeah,
And
bro.
we never, and I'm saying we because I was an adult for half of that too, and I could have. We've never
Yeah.
fixed this, so I'm not gonna
Nah.
front when. Hey, bro, it's over. We fucked it up. Clock ran out.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Game's
the
done.
afterlife, I guess. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. Clock ran out, bro. We didn't do right. Move on. Like
That's like people are so like death, 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 and it's like you see a whole nother side of somebody. It's like, bro, when that person was alive, I know you didn't fuck with them. Like I know
oh
you
yeah,
didn't like that. We were talking shit, and now you're posting like R.I.P. and on their birthday posting happy birthday, and it's like, what are you doing? Like I'll never say that shit to that person because fuck that person still, bro.
I hope that when I die, the people who really fucked with me will check those people.
Yeah.
Check
Oh,
them.
like my
Embarrass them.
cousin, damn it. If somebody sees that motherfucker, if somebody's not like, he wanted to fight you, bitch, don't fucking, you're not welcome here.
I
Somebody let
better
him
not be
know.
your bitch ass cousin posting R.I.P. Chris. Oh, and by the way, I'm just looking at your name in the corner.
Mm.
My last name would have been Pickett if I would have chosen or if my mom would have not given me my dad's name.
Oh,
That
really?
side of my family is all Picketts, and
Oh my God.
I am actually in the line of descendants from Bill Pickett, the cowboy. Like
Are you?
real talk, the rodeo cowboy. But yeah,
Yeah.
everybody over there is Pickett's. And if my mom was stood on business enough to not give me my dad's
Yeah.
last name, I would be Pickett. So that's just weird, another little parallel.
That's a, yeah, bro. My, so Pickett is the dude who raised me, like,
Mhm.
not my biological. He's who I would call dad. But he's the one who raised me, and his name is Bill Pickett. Like,
Oh
and
shit.
that's my brother's name is Bill Pickett, and it's like that's a whole thing, bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
All
dude.
right. We might have to
Like,
trace this back a little. We might have
yeah,
to 23 and
that's
me
what
this shit. We might be
it
a
ain't gonna
connection
show for
somewhere.
me. Damn it, they gotta do it. That ain't my blood. We're gonna have to figure it out on your side, bro. But like,
Hell
just
yeah.
talking about like death and how we view things, I see it all the time with specifically you, because motherfuckers will call you unhinged. Like you are. I just feel like you and I have a different perspective on a lot of things from like how others do. And you'll definitely talk. You're outspoken. You'll if a perspective hits you, you're putting that shit out
Oh,
there. Like this is how I feel,
yeah.
and I feel like you are very different in the sense of like your line of thinking and whatnot from the norm. And you've said it yourself where it's like motherfuckers look at me like what I'm saying is outlandish. When I see you guys saying some shit, I'm like,
Yeah.
hell no. Like, where do you think that comes from? Like that line of thinking, is it just experience or fucking just, just the way you see things?
Dude, as far back as I can remember, like I've just been a fucking deep ass thinker, man. Like
Mm.
I'm a very uh I'm big on alone time. And I
Yeah.
mean, all that alone time, I'm just thinking my way through everything. I've always overanalyzed everything. Like when I tell you in third and fourth grade, I was not standing for the anthem, not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, questioning fucking Thanksgiving and all the other shit they were jamming down our throats. Like I always, everything that comes to me, I think about it this way and then I turn it this way and I think about it through
Yeah.
that prism and I
Yeah.
think like I just want to think about everything and I my brain never fucking stops. And it's just like I don't know, man. I've always been open to so much more. And even since I was 7, 8, 9 years old, I've just always been looking at everybody like, are you fuck is there anybody in there? Are you even thinking for yourself?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I,
Right.
I just can't help it. Like I'm just a very fucking deep thinker. And then God forbid I fucking started opening up my brain with mushrooms occasionally.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
like everything's open now. Like everything's open. Now I'm just obsessed with time travel and the
Hmm.
multiverse and everything else. Like I am not sitting here thinking about like rapper baby mamas and shit. Like I'm I don't
Yeah,
know.
bro.
Like
No.
I'm way on the other fucking side, bro. Like there's deep shit on my mind. And when they say ignorance is bliss, they mean it because all these stupid fuckers are so happy. And I feel like at all times I'm just like, yo, do y'all realize we're running out of time? Like we're almost out of
Yeah,
time. Like, why are you not panicking? We're almost out of time. I feel like that all the time, man.
bro. You brought it up yourself, where like the eclipse, and everybody's like, think about how small we are, and it's like, you guys don't think about how fucking small we are all the time,
All the
bro.
time, like it takes an
It
eclipse
took
for you to
it
do
took
that.
a solar eclipse.
Yeah,
like,
I think about it all the fucking time.
bro, if the sun just decided he's done, we're fucking done. If trees start dying, we're done. Like, we don't fucking matter on any of this shit. None of this shit
Yeah,
matters at all, bro.
bro. There's a movie, and I promise I will think of it, and I'll have to message you with it later. But the closing scene is like a camera zooming out from the earth, and they
Mm,
back out, and you see the earth, and as you back out farther, it's just like a marble, and they back out farther, and there's a whole bunch of marbles, and then this big fucking
mm.
monster just scoops them all up and tosses them in a bag and walks off. And it's like,
What
that's how fucking small we are. Right
bro,
there. That person was
there's
thinking like I think. Like, we ain't shit.
bro, is that Men in Black?
No, no, no. It might be.
Is
It
that Men
might
in
be.
Black?
It
I'm
could
about to
be.
look it up.
I don't know, but I've definitely seen
Because
that scene.
they did something. Hold on. This is why I'm glad I got two screens now. Shit. Men in, I think it might be Men in Black, which is
That could be
crazy
it.
because you wouldn't think, Men in Black hit us with some shit like that, but that is literally
We're not shit, bro. We're not
like
shit.
at all. Like, bro, at all. Like, I hate
Like,
the
how do
idea,
you not believe in aliens, bro? We are
bro.
not even a fucking decimal of the size and expanse of
Yeah,
fucking
no,
space. Like we aren't
no.
shit. How do you
Mm.
think we're the only thing out there?
And motherfuckers aren't helping our case because they're showing fucking like fucking paper mache aliens, and it's like, bro, we don't need that. Like, we don't need that. Like that's not helping at all. That shit's fake. But like, there's no way you cannot honestly believe in aliens at this point in time. There's no fucking way. I think the fucking our planet is an alien. I've talked about that too. Like
Hey,
my theory is the planet is an alien and we are all like some sort of sickness on it and like natural disasters like hurricanes, shit like that. It's like medicine. Just try to kill
Yeah,
off that bacteria.
that's the white blood cells
That's
they're
that,
trying to
yeah,
come get
that's
us.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's my theory on that shit. And that's just
Well, the
one of
whole
them.
the whole phrase "alien ant farm" makes sense too. Like,
Yeah.
what if we're just a fucking science project for a seventh grade alien? You know
Yeah,
what I
bro.
mean?
Like,
Like, yeah, I made
like
this shit. You see these fucking goofy motherfuckers running around here? I did this. Like,
yeah, I fucked up on this one. That one ain't got a limb, but like
yeah.
the other ones are cool. Like, if you just think about how many of us are fucked up, whether it's physically, mentally, you got fucking disease. Like that's an easy. Oh, I just fucked up on that one. Like,
Oh man, we suck so bad, and we're just on a very linear decline, and no
yeah,
one
bro.
cares. Like, we suck
No,
worse by the day. It's really bad.
it is bad.
and
It ain't getting better.
and that's where it pays to be stupid, because stupid people aren't thinking about this because they're
No,
swept up in all that. They're happy as
no,
fuck.
they're yeah, no, they're who's winning the fucking Kendrick beef. That's where their minds are at right now. Until the next thing, like a fucking streamer comes out as a fucking a groomer or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
Here's another thought I've had that's really bothered me lately, and I like keep coming back to it. Like, I think about all the stress that's in my life. Where
mm,
does that come from? I'm trying to be a good father. I'm
mm,
trying to be financially responsible. Like, I have shit in my name. I take care of my business. Like, my credit is good. Do you know how many people have circumvented all that by just accepting being a loser? And it
yeah,
does not,
bro.
they're happier than I am by
Yeah.
far. Like, they're just an unapologetic loser. They have nothing. They're deadbeat dads, and they're fucking happy as fuck.
Hmm.
Like, I'm mad that I mean, I guess I'm not mad that I can't do that, because I got a different heart, but it's like
Yeah.
they really are having a better experience on this planet than I am, just
Hmm.
because they don't care about those things that I care about. And that sucks. Like,
Yeah.
that
Like,
feels unfair, you know?
yeah, like I have one kid. Like I'm a father. I've got almost a 5-year-old in a few months will be 5. I'm fucking I usually I would just throw money at somebody to fix this goddamn house up, but I'm trying to do this shit myself, which is why I'm in a fucking sketchy room with 5 things on the wall and fucked up
Be
paint
like
over
that.
there. Something rip it up. Like I'm about to start a new job because fuck this job. I'm out here doing that shit. And like same thing. It's like all this stuff on my plate. Fucking throwing money at this, working on this, doing this. And then there's a guy on an air mattress with fucking food wrappers at his feet that somebody else paid for. And that
Yeah.
motherfucker's about to turn on some music video and just chill.
And
That
not give a
motherfucker,
fuck
he don't
about
give
none of that,
a
bro.
fuck. He
None
don't
of that,
give
bro.
a fuck.
He don't know how to check his credit score.
No,
That is so far from his mind. Like,
nah,
and he's having a good fucking time, and I
a
can't,
good
because
fucking
I
time.
got all this other shit I care about. It pisses me off.
Like it
You
does,
think,
bro.
like,
You
you
have
could,
to laugh.
if you had it in you, you could walk away from that house and your son today and circumvent all that and just walk into loserdom, and they'd
Yep.
hand you a beer when you got there, and you'd have a great time if you had it in your heart to do
If
that.
I had it in me, I can't do it. I fucking can't. And
I
I
hate
don't
it, bro.
want to do it.
We're not
Like
playing the same game as everyone,
no, like
and they're
it ain't
enjoying it
even
more.
like yeah, it ain't like, oh, I want to walk out of my son and go be a fucking loser because
No,
I feel like but like there's people that do that and they are fine with it. Like they're chilling. They're
and
walking
they're still getting
everywhere.
pussy
They're yeah, yeah. They're driving some bitch's Nissan Altima around.
and
Fucking
picking her up late from work.
yeah, bro. I've seen it so many goddamn times.
There's probably two bitches sending subliminals on Facebook about that guy right now.
The same fucking. Oh, I'm sick of this broke motherfucker returning my car on E. She's like, hold up, what's his name? Swear to God, bro. I don't have it in me, but I want it. This is that multiverse shit. This is that
You're living
multiverse
better than
shit.
us, and I hate it.
This is
Oh,
the
it hurts me
multiverse
so bad.
shit. Let me get a
Why can't I just
multiverse
be a
where
loser?
I'm just looking into the scope and I'm like, what would this guy be if he never got a job and was just couch surfing? Let me see how he would be. And I'm just giggling. My fucking feet are swinging while I'm fucking just sipping on a drink that somebody else paid for. Oh my god. I hate them
Um,
motherfuckers.
it's really unfair, bro.
And
I
again,
mean,
I don't want that, but still,
right.
it's just
Hey,
I want
we can spin it back to the first thing we was talking about. Like, I've been invited on tours with
yeah,
big rap acts, and I always had to say no because, like, I can't just quit my job
right.
because I want to go on a tour that's 2 weeks long and come back and like wing it because I've
Yeah.
always been responsible for my kids. But people who really are not good at rap took those opportunities and said,
Mhm.
fuck them kids. And I couldn't do that. Like, I probably could have won because I was
Yeah.
actually good. But the garbage motherfuckers, and there's another thing, bro. The people who are the most trash in rap, in content creation, have the most hustle.
Swear to
And
God.
it's like the gifted motherfuckers barely give a fuck. And that's how it almost always works. You know what I
Swear to
mean?
God.
Almost always. It's really crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, yeah, I'm not even gonna name names. I ain't even gonna try to shit on anybody. But you see these guys, and it's like, bro, like, I just don't think your content's that good. And I'm not even saying my shit's great, but I also don't give a fuck. Like, this is just something I do
Yeah.
upstairs while my son is asleep or my son's out the house, and I get to talk to people that like I would like to fucking talk to. But like, I don't give a fuck if this thing pays me. Like, that ain't
Yeah.
what this is about. So
But
like,
that garbage motherfucker got 10 professional photo shoots,
yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying. Like,
like they're doing it, and they suck,
like,
and there's nothing that
and
makes them unique. But
yeah,
they
bro.
got the hustle part.
Yeah, they're throwing fucking money at things that don't really matter. Like you said, photo shoots, fucking, you're paying
Yeah.
for a dope ass logo, and it's like, for what, bro? Like, I don't. Your shit's trash. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it really ain't good.
The worst rapper you know probably has 30 full-length professional videos on his YouTube
Oh
page.
yeah,
The
oh yeah,
worst one
bro.
you know.
Yeah, bro. Swear to God, bro.
Every time, dog.
It's like,
And the
bro.
best rapper you know has two,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
easily, like,
Two, somewhere between 1 and 5, definitely. And 5 is like, "Oh, you got a little extra money this
you
month,
tried it for a
baby."
minute, didn't you?
Yeah.
You really locked in for 1 year. You really tried. Just for a second, you did.
Didn't you oh, fuck. We're just talking about music. Didn't Buddy from Slipknot try giving you a development type deal thing, right? What was that all about?
Man, yeah. And first of all, not that they would, maybe see this, but
Yeah,
Slipknot, the motherfuckers are cool as fuck, and they
yeah.
probably don't even remember. But once upon a time, when I was a broke dude fresh out of jail, I was a bowling alley attendant as my first fucking job, and they used to come in there and spend all kinds of money and be cool as fuck and respectful as fuck, and would throw a couple extra 20s up there for me. Like, them motherfuckers is cool. But
Mm,
Sid tried to sign me and my homeboy Gadima, who's dope as fuck, and I'll send you some of his music if you haven't checked him out. But
yeah.
it was weird. It was like after one meeting, he wanted to sign us to this deal that like forbade us from working with anyone else. And it was like he
Mm.
never presented like a plan or like, it was
Yeah.
weird as fuck. We were just sitting there like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, it was nuts. But I guess like, people who are established probably are used to people who aren't bending over backwards to for crumb,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the one thing you're not gonna do is like, I'm gonna work with
Yeah.
whoever unless you're paying me significant money, you know?
Yeah, yeah, you need to take care of my family, like my family's family. Like,
Yeah, I need to not have a regular job for you to
yeah,
pay
yeah,
anything to me. Like, I can do
right.
all this other shit on my own. Like, you're nah, bro. No, not happening. No.
Nah, that's fucking. I just remember seeing that, and it doesn't surprise me that they were nice guys. I'm pretty sure I've heard that just in general. Like, and that kind of comes with, even you yourself. You're
Mhm.
like, it surprises people when I'm fucking respectful, and I don't fucking get it. But like, same thing, and those guys make heavier music. They're talking about fucking slitting the throat of goats, whatever the fuck, and
Yeah.
then just bands and that, and people are shocked when it's like, and maybe not you, but people are shocked when it's like, oh, this dude's a nice ass guy. Like I could just have a conversation with this motherfucker and we're good.
Yeah.
And it's like, it always, I guess it's just because you know I was a fucking teenager at hardcore shows and shit, so I was surrounded by dudes with face tattoos and looked like they were in fucking L.A. gangs, and it's like, and they're just beating the shit out of each other, and then everybody's getting fucking pizza after, and it was normal. And like, so like for me, it was never really a surprise, but like there's people that I just talked to and oh, I saw so and so and I saw them backstage and they were super nice. I'm like, yeah, why the fuck wouldn't they be like? They're just here to play fucking music and this is their job, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so I
Um, one of the nicest dudes that I ever met was Ghostface.
mm,
And it was weird because we were doing a show in Omaha and we were opening for Ghostface. And bruh, he was eating the fucking sound guy's face off, bruh.
oh my
Like,
god, bro.
I'm not gonna attempt to do a Ghostface impression, but
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
like, yo, like, do you need me to come down there and show you how to do your
Oh,
fucking job? He's cooking the sound guy. And me and my boy Fate, we're outside and we're like hitting the one hitter, and Ghostface like
mm,
walks right up and he's like introduces himself, hits the one hitter, and daps us up and goes to the trail. I'm
yeah,
like, God damn, like that the dude that was chewing the sound guy's face off came out there and was cool as fuck. And I was
yeah.
surprised, but yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, at that point, he's just like, I guess the sound guy, like, bro, that's my job. Like, I need to like, you need to understand what I need to fucking sound like.
Yeah,
So at a certain point, it's like, I guess I kind of get that.
yeah. He had the sound guy on the fucking griddle, and the whole place was uncomfortable as fuck.
Oh my god.
Not that it has to do anything with anything, but
Yeah.
that I saw a rear naked choke with a body lock applied during a bar fight, and I was very
Oh my
impressed.
god.
It went up in Omaha that night. It
It's
went up.
so funny. It's so funny when like bringing it back to sports, people will make jokes like, "Oh, motherfucking Dallas fans ain't even from Dallas. You motherfuckers are from," and they'll name like, "Oh, you're from Nebraska. You're from," and it's like, bro, people get down in those states too. Like, what are you talking about? I hate, I hate it. And being a Dallas fan and interacting with Texans, you guys do it the most. You fucking people. Oh, I'm from Texas. I'm from I don't give
Oh
a
my
fuck if
god,
you're from Texas, bro. What
no
the
one
fuck does
cares.
that have to?
Like
I don't
like
give a fuck.
anybody who's been in street shit at all knows that there's, and I guess it doesn't even have to be street shit, but like if you've been in the trenches, you know that there's trenches damn near everywhere. You know what I
Everywhere.
mean? And there's people who will fuck you up anywhere. Nobody cares where you're from, dog.
I don't
Like
give a fuck.
nobody cares.
Like, I hate that shit, bro. That shit
And
drives me insane.
another little brief story time. And I
Mm,
talked about this on Jan's Boy too. There were some floods in '99, before Katrina, that brought a lot of people up from New Orleans, up to Des Moines.
yeah.
And they came up there with the fucking arrogance on
Oh
a
my
hundred,
god.
like
Yeah.
thinking they were gonna come and shut shit down. Like, we don't care that you sound like the Master P records. We will fuck you up. We don't care.
Yeah,
And we
bro.
did, and we had to. You're in my house, man. Like
Yeah.
not 2 years ago, I had to because grown men don't know how to respect young women for some reason, and I had to pull up to the gas station that one of my daughters worked at,
Mm,
and there was two guys who were truck drivers who had been bothering one of my daughters, and I hopped out, and the first thing they're doing is telling me they're from Compton.
bro.
You
Like,
are here.
yeah.
I'm somebody here, bro. You're in Wakanda now. Like I don't
Yeah.
like what are you talking? I don't fucking care. Compton can't get here. We will fuck you up here. And
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
know why anyone thinks that matters. You
I
can't get
hate that
Compton
shit,
here.
bro.
You're literally in my neighborhood. Like you won't leave. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand why people
Like,
think where you're from means something. I don't know.
what the fuck?
It's not-
I'm from. What the? All right, you got it. You got it, Compton. I'm my
yeah.
bad. Like, I'm here,
You're
bitch.
not in
What the fuck?
Compton? That won't help you here. I don't know what
I
to
just
tell you.
came to you, motherfucker. What the fuck did you think?
It'll
How
take
far
Compton
away do
two
you
days
think
to
you
get here
are,
to help
bro?
you, bro. It'll be
Yeah.
over by then. I promise. It doesn't matter to me. To think you can go to anyone's backyard and be
uh,
anything is nuts to me.
Crazy,
Anybody.
bro. It
I
makes
wouldn't go to
no fucking
Utah thinking I
sense.
was getting ready to shut down shop. I don't know
Nah,
shit about
bro.
Utah. There's probably a little team that will pack me up in Utah
They
real
probably got
fast.
something there.
There's
Like
somebody
you
there.
said, everywhere's got something. You could be in fucking Maine. Maine might not have something. I don't know.
Hey,
Maine might have something.
all you need is poverty, add water
Yeah.
and stir, and there's
Yeah,
problems.
yeah.
Like I don't know, man. I don't care where you're from at all.
It is crazy that like I don't know what it is about just I'm so I'm not I didn't really care whether or not I had a son or daughter. Everybody asks like, "What do you prefer? What do you prefer?" They're like, "Oh, you want a son, don't you?" I'm like, "I don't give a fuck." Like, I just want the motherfucker healthy. Like, that's
Yeah,
all I could ask is the baby comes out healthy. And like now, I have a son, and I'm on the other side of the spectrum where it's like, and I'm not even speaking on you. I'm just speaking on like girl dads,
yeah,
where it's like the prom pictures with the shotgun. Like, bro, if you pull a gun on my son thinking shit sweet,
yeah,
I know motherfuckers with guns, and we will come to you.
yeah.
Like,
I
what are
do
we
have one
fucking
son.
doing?
I do
Like,
have
yeah,
one
yeah,
son.
you do
And
have a
if
son.
I
I didn't
ever
know
saw
that,
some shit like that,
bro.
don't put it
Like,
away. You gonna need
no,
that.
you better keep that bitch out. Don't worry about my
Oh,
son
keep it
now,
out. You
bitch.
gonna need that, bro. That is
Like,
crazy. And you know what's nuts, man? Like I have daughters who are my older daughters, I've got one that's 21, I got the one
mhm,
that's 18, I've got two 15-year-olds. Like boys have been through here. I don't
mhm,
need to do anything to intimidate them. I can be nice to them and they still know what's up. They
right.
know better. Like I'm very cordial, I'm very nice until I have a reason not to be. These boys aren't on trial. You know
No,
what I mean?
that's what
Like
I'm saying. Like,
what
they're
kind of
here.
grown
Like,
man are you if you need a gun to intimidate a 15 year
I'm
old? I don't need that.
saying,
They're intimidated now. Like,
I swear, bro. Like, no, even like me, I was a little fucking asshole growing up as a teenager, but like anytime I had to meet a dad or like anything, like I'm uncomfortable, bro. I don't need
yeah,
this
I remember
motherfucker
them
does not
feelings.
need a weapon. He don't need a
No,
gun, bro. He doesn't, I promise.
yeah, that
And
shit.
like, and I know like, he's only 5 right now. I don't gotta worry about that shit. Like the moment a motherfucker thinks it's sweet and tries it, because upstate New York is weird because obviously it's New York, but there's also like backwoods and all this other like real hick shit too. And it's like these motherfuckers swear that they're somebody. These motherfuckers swear they're like old country. Like we just had a girl a couple hours away. A motherfucker was doing a U-turn in the driveway. She was doing a U-turn in his driveway, and he pulls out a gun and shoots her. And it's like, what are we doing, bro? Like that shit. You saw a female in a car, and their first thought was, "Oh, I need to let a shot off." Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Uh, I'm not anti-gun at
Not at all.
all, but I hate the way that guns transform people.
Yeah, hundred
Like,
percent.
I think you should have to pass like a fist fight test before you can get
Yeah,
it. because I don't like motherfuckers who feel small until they get a gun and then feel
And then, yeah,
oversized. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it. I feel like responsible gun owners always assume everyone's a responsible gun owner. The
always.
same way that people who aren't racist think that nothing could ever that racism doesn't
Yeah,
exist. Like
right.
just because you're not a bag of shit, it doesn't mean that there's not
Yeah,
bags of
bro.
shit out here. Like they're
Exactly.
everywhere. I promise they are. I hate it.
Always, bro. And it's like, one of the hardest, like, he wants to be a gun instructor. I'm not gonna say his name because whatever, but I know he'll pack you up with his fists too. Like I've seen it. I know this
Yeah,
motherfucker will drop you. Like that's a motherfucker that I want to have guns because he's not going to, you know, that's not going to be what he resorts to. He's not worried about putting you on a t-shirt with a gun because he knows he will drop
yeah,
you with his hands if need be.
yep,
It's these other motherfuckers like you describe where it's like, they're just weak. They've never been in a fight. They don't want to be in a fight. If they comes to push comes to shove, they're not shoving. They're immediately, you saw the video, dude in the garage with his neighbor, and the dude
yes,
like
man.
he grazed him,
Premeditated as fuck. He
bro,
couldn't wait to
emptied the
shoot that
clip.
motherfucker.
Emptied the clip. He that's all he wanted. And it reminded me, like, even when I was a kid, I was in an alleyway and my downstairs neighbor, we were having a snowball fight, just basic kid shit, fucking around. I was probably in like third grade. And this was a dude, bigger dude, real like overweight kid, but he was also tall. And I was super small growing up. Like I didn't really get big until middle school. And I grazed his face, same thing, but I was just fucking around like that. I thought we were friends. I was just fucking around with him. And he had a piece of wood probably about 3 inches thick, fucking 3 feet long, and he just beat my ass with this stick, bro. This block of wood. And I'm like, if that motherfucker had a gun that day, I wouldn't be
You'd be
telling this
dead as
story
fuck.
right now. That
Yeah.
that's that motherfucker right there, bro. That's
Yep.
like, and there's people like that, and that was just a kid fucking around with his friend. Like,
Yeah.
if that's a stranger in the front yard and that same shit happens, done. T-shirt, like you're packed up.
It changes how you act, and it changes, for me, it changes how I instruct my kids,
Mm-hmm.
because like motherfuckers can't wait to shoot you now. Like you really have to choose your battles wisely now, because everyone can't wait to shoot. And it's so crazy because I grew up in a world where in the late 90s, bro, I'm an East Sider. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got East Side tattooed across my stomach. It means something.
Mm-hmm.
And East Side and West Side have never gotten along here. My dad fought those battles. People older than him fought those battles. And the whole late 90s, bro, we would thump out wherever the fuck we ran into each other. We had to go to the West Side if we wanted to go to fucking go shop or anything, because none of that shit was over.
Yeah.
They had to come to the East Side during the fair because the fair's over here and everyone goes to the fair. Bro,
Yeah.
we would beat the fuck out of each other and never did a gun come out, and even unfair ass whoopings, it
Yeah.
numbers, whatever. We'll get you back. We'll catch you alone. We'll get it. But
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever got shot until like the generation after us. And like, I'm totally different how I interact with people who are like 15 years younger than me, because I know they're not ready for no smoke. They're gonna shoot my ass.
Yeah. They're just
Because
gonna shoot.
yeah, they're just gonna shoot. Like we're not gonna have a fight or nothing.
No.
Everyone can't wait to shoot now, and it's nuts. I hate it.
Nope. I mean, even me, like, so where I grew up in Troy, it was very like there was definitely shootings, but it wasn't random. Like you kind of hit your target, even like just jump, beef, whatever it might be. Like nobody was just you were able to walk around and you were probably all right. Maybe a couple times you might run into something, but overall you were probably good. Now, bro, you just look up like Seventh and Glen, Troy, New York, and it's just like shooting here, shots fired
Yeah,
here, and it's like, and it ain't. It's just spraying the block now, like nobody gives a fucking Troy anymore. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, like when the fuck did that happen? It was right after I graduated high school because there was a shooting right around the high school while I was still there. But like that was random. It was like, oh, there was a shooting here, and now it's like, oh, there was a shooting here. Like it's like you don't really react to it anymore, and that shit's crazy. It's a crazy fucking switch in just probably the last, I would say, like 13 years that I noticed.
Yeah. My kids who are half my age and less have
Hmm.
experienced more loss than I have in twice
Crazy.
the time on the planet.
It.
And most of it's murder.
Mhm.
It's
100%.
really crazy. And like the schools are getting locked down 7, 8 times a year for guns or for gunshots outside, or
Yeah.
it's really nuts. Like we've lost control of everything.
And
It's
then you
really
think
crazy.
like, because we both have younger kids too, like really
Yeah.
young. And then you think like, how's it gonna be when they're 15? And it's like, ah, damn, bro. Like, when the fuck does it end? It's like,
Oh yeah,
it's
sadly,
all
man,
downward spiral.
it's a linear path
Mhm.
downward, and it
Mhm.
sucks. I hate it, but
It's
that's our
fucking,
reality. And
yeah.
you can either
It's
prepare for the world it is, or you can prepare for the world that should be. And
yeah,
I run into
exactly.
it all the
That's
time. Like people get mad when very predictable things happen to them. Like,
yeah,
should I be able to put my 10-year-old in an Uber? In a perfect world, I should.
yeah. It should.
But that's not the world we live in, and I absolutely can't do
Hell
that.
no.
So, which
Hell
world do
no.
you want to live for? Like, do you live for the world that should be or the world that is? I'm absolutely not putting my 10-year-old in Uber. Like,
Fuck no. No, not even a
but
thought,
people get
bro. Like,
mad when very predictable things happen.
yeah.
Okay, should a man hit a woman ever? Probably not. Are there things that you can do to heighten your chances of getting your ass beat by a man? There absolutely are. So maybe you shouldn't do those things because
Yeah.
not because they should whoop your ass, but they are going to whoop your ass because that's the world we're in. Like,
Look, that's just it is what it is,
which
and it's
world are
like
you preparing for? I don't know,
even
man.
basic shit. Like we were at we were in the parking lot, and somebody beeped. And I was like, why you gotta give the finger, bro? Like, come on, because now, like, I hate motherfuckers that beep their horn. It drives me insane.
Oh boy.
Like, bro, take the fucking horn out of cars. I do not like it beep that. But I'm also aware that I'm not about to react just to this motherfucker beeping because I don't know what's in his glove box and I don't know what his
Right?
intentions are. Like,
Well,
and
and
that's
it's funny
that's
because I just said the other day because I had to turn my Facebook back on because I'm trying to promote a business. And
Mhm.
I just said, like, dude, I've been riding the edge of crashing out for a month.
Yeah,
And thinking about how I feel is why I don't honk my horn at motherfuckers.
yeah.
Because if I honk my horn at someone who feels like I'm feeling, that might be my last day. Because I know what I'm
Yeah, bro.
capable of. Like, bro, I've been doing the 50-50 grind on the crash out for a month.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and I'm the
bro.
crash out king. I've had epic crash outs. Like when I crash out, small towns get shut down. Like I like, yeah, man. I don't just be fucking with people because you never know.
Mm,
And they have
no.
guns.
Yeah, no. If I'm pressing on my horn, it's dire because a motherfucker like me does not press on the horn ever.
I only
Bro,
use the horn in like warn somebody type of
yeah,
situation.
that's like that's
I
it.
don't
Like I'm not even beeping if I'm outside your house. I'm fucking you're getting a text, bro. Like
don't lay on that horn unless you're ready to
uh,
die, bro.
fucking
Don't
like
lay on that horn unless you're ready to die.
bro, I
Just
had people
constantly.
come over and they honked and I'm like, "Bro, why are you outside my house beeping?" I like first of all, I don't even live in like a crazy neighborhood like I live in a nice neighborhood now, but it's like The fuck are you doing beeping the horn outside of my house, bro?
Yeah.
Like, don't just call me, text me, let me know, like, I'm out
If
front.
you
Like,
honk that motherfucker at all, you better gently tap tap that motherfucker. You better
yeah, yeah, you
real.
better,
Don't you dare
yeah.
lay on that horn.
Oh, if you lay on it, uh,
Might
no,
die today.
don't don't lay on
Might
the
die
fucking
today.
horn. I can't stand horns, bro.
It's so
So
it's so threatening. Like
yeah, bro, like, bro, my car's got a really, like, fucking obnoxious horn too. Like, if I were to lay on that shit, like, nah, bro.
I don't know what my horn sounds like, and I feel like that's a testament to the type of
Bro,
adult I am.
the
I
only
don't know what it
reason I
sounds like.
really know, the only reason I really know is I had my son up front and we're fucking, I'm like, oh, you want to steer, whatever. And that motherfucker, I was like, God damn it. He was beeping at his granddad. I was like, this motherfucker. But we've hinted at it a couple times now with, you moving forward. You talked
Yeah,
about your business. Is there anything you can talk about in regards to your business? What are you looking at getting into now? Or
yeah. I mean, you know, I don't like to. I never like to talk
yep,
until the hay's in the barn is
yeah,
the saying I like to say. But yeah, I mean, like, I just spent like 5 grand a day. I'm gonna spend another like 17 grand tomorrow. I'm starting a commercial mowing business that will
mm,
probably double as a snow removal business in the winter. Like, I like my job, but they fucked with me for the last time. You know what I mean? I would have happily punched a clock until I was 60 years old, no problem. I've
hmm,
never had the arrogance about, oh, I only got to work for myself. It's like, bro, they forced my hand. Like I have
yeah,
to go work for myself. And you
yeah,
know, I'm a fucking open book, bro. I went from like last year I made $137,000, and
yep,
in one day everything changed to where I'm going to make $60,000 in the next year. And it's just like that's the second time it's happened to me, and I cannot rely on anyone else anymore. Like, I have to be the one responsible for my shit because you're playing with my family now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I do enjoy my job. Like, I don't hate it. It's cool, but if you're not gonna make it possible for me to handle my business, then I gotta do my own thing and I'm going to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And you're a worker. Like, it ain't like you're shying away from work. Like,
No, like
and it's just that's it's never been about that.
no, I would have happily punched that clock and did tons of overtime till I was
Hmm.
60 years old, and that's cool with me. But I have to be responsible for this shit now. I can't depend on the motherfuckers no more.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
just
like,
what it is.
people see you say like, "Oh, these motherfuckers are taking a whole like day off the week away," and people are like, "Oh, I would love that." And it's like, bro, that's did you not just hear 40K? A whole nother salary just got taken away from
Bro,
me, bro.
that's
Like
20% of your money.
overtime.
And yeah, and
Yeah,
that doesn't even include like that means no fucking overtime at all.
yeah,
Like I'm kind of dependent on overtime. There's no wife here, man. Like
right,
it's
yeah, yeah,
me and these kids, bro. There's no I gotta bang out the overtime. It's not I don't have nobody to fall back on. I'm everybody's fallback, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's exactly it.
I gotta go
What
get
the
it on my
fuck?
own now. Like I can't wait on motherfuckers no more. So it is what it is.
Yeah, no, and it's like I don't know. It's tough because like I said, I mentioned it earlier where it's like I'm about to start a new job myself because first of all, I fucking drive way too far. Like you think about commute, bro. Like people don't understand how many unpaid minutes they spend in their fucking car, bro. Like, and I make a 40-minute commute right now, and I was like, why the fuck am I doing that? Like,
I commend you for that because there are people who drive to the same job that just fucked us all over
mhm,
an hour and a half and have been doing that for 15, 20, 25 years, bro.
yeah,
All them hours in the car. Like, 3 hours a day in your car
In the
unpaid,
car?
and motherfuckers work 16-hour shifts, spend a spend an hour and a half on both ends driving home. You have 5 hours to shower, unwind, sleep,
Yeah.
wake back up, pack your shit, come back. Fuck that.
Yeah,
No
no, and
fucking
that's
way.
and
I
that
live
comes back
six
to like
minutes from work, and a
yes,
16-hour shift still feels like a fire drill in
yeah.
between. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro.
Like, no, fuck no,
Mm-mm.
hell no,
No.
no.
And that was one of the things like, there's obviously other bullshit too that I would love to air out once I'm officially out this bitch. But
Yeah,
like that's just one of the things where on a personal level where it's like, bro, I'm spending 40 minutes one way, mind you. This isn't like 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. That's a little bit different.
yeah.
40 minutes one way, bro. And that's 5 days a week. And it's like, nah, fuck that. They're not paying,
I
and,
run
and they're
that
not
math.
supposed to.
Mad.
Like, yeah, like, and it's like, they're not supposed to pay that. I get that. But like, that's mileage, that's gas, that's a whole bunch of shit that's like, it ain't
Wear
worth
and
it for a
tear on your
job
car.
that,
All that
yeah,
shit.
for a job that I don't even really fucking like you people. And you guys don't like me for sure. Like,
Right.
it's fucking
Yeah, I
crazy.
I never felt that need to be an entrepreneur. Like it was never an ego thing. Like, oh, I gotta
Yeah.
work for myself. Because with Twitter, it's like I'd rather make 30 grand working for myself than $400,000
Yeah.
working
And
for
it's like,
someone else.
shut the
All
fuck up.
right,
Bro,
yeah,
I
I
want
don't
to slap
subscribe to
that
none of
shit
that.
out of you for saying that. Hell
Yeah,
no.
but yeah, I
Bro,
gotta do my own thing.
there was a post where it was like, would you rather make 200K and it was like, some just basic shit, or would you rather make like 750K? And I'm like, bro, do you know how big of a difference that is? Like, I'm not even gonna look at the other fucking.
I don't even care what the
I
sentence
don't
in the middle
care.
is.
That's it. Yeah, I would rather do that one. That's an extra five
Yes,
hundred
give me
thousand.
that one.
Yes. What the fuck are you talking
Unless
about,
my
bro?
children all die, give me the one
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
750.
bro.
Like yeah,
Like,
we're good. We don't need to discuss anything.
it was some
Yeah.
stupid shit. It was just about like hours and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the. Did you not hear the fucking amount of money, you fucking idiot? Like, these, there's people that just, they don't get it. And I don't
I
understand how
hate a
you don't get
motherfucker
it.
who acts like money's not important. Whatever
Yeah.
your problems
It's,
are, money will solve 90% of them.
yeah. Unfortunately, it's like the most important. Like, it's
Yeah,
literally how your family fucking thrives, how you thrive, even survive. Fuck thrive at this point. How
money
your
is
family
security
lives,
and
bro.
freedom.
Yeah, like there's no.
It's security and freedom. Like people will struggle because they want to spend more time with their kids.
Mhm.
But if you made a fuck ton of money, you would also spend time with your kids and you could do more than sit at home and watch Tubi because it's
Right,
free. Like,
right.
what are we talking about here?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And,
Money
like,
improves 90% of situations.
it just
Do you know
doesn't.
how do you
I
know how
don't
much
get it,
stress you would relieve if you knew where every bill was coming from for like the next year plus
bro. If you could
easily?
just map that shit out, like if
Yeah,
you could map out your spontaneous shit, the shit like your fucking basement exploding out of you. If you could just,
right.
if you knew that shit was coming up, bro, map that out, and then your regular bills, and then whatever else it is, and like I could cover all this shit for the next year, and now
Yeah,
there's no fucking spontaneous bullshit coming up. You're good.
yeah.
You're good, bro.
I just had $20,000 of flood damage in my basement.
Yeah, bro.
If I had $500,000 in the bank, I'm like, oh shucks, that's unfortunate. And I
Yeah.
pay the 20,000 and I move on with my life. I'm stressed the fuck out, bro. I'm stressed. I'm getting my ass kicked here. There's no one for me to tag in. I'm getting my ass beat.
No, bro.
Help. Somebody help. Like, what are we talking about? Money
I
fixes
never
like 90% of your problems.
I think it's I honestly, and it's funny saying this on a fucking webcam with a ring light and two screens and all this shit, but like I think it literally comes down to social media, everybody having access to like this shit, and everybody thinks that they can be something more than just the guy that punches the clock. Like, oh, I'll just be a content creator. I'll just be this, that, and the third. I'll work for myself. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro, I still work a job. Like this, I'm up right now. It's fucking 11:30
yeah.
at night. I'm gonna edit this shit, and I still got work on Monday. Like it ain't. I'm not like
I
it ain't like
mean,
I'm not working.
everyone thinks they can do everything, you know?
That's what it is. Like, and I genuinely think like this whole like social media, the explosion in the past like I don't know 15 years, 20 years from like then on. I think that's what like convinced everybody that oh you don't need that 9 to 5. Get out there, go and you have some fucking guy in your headphones telling you like no
Yeah.
get out there work for yourself. You don't need. And it's like I do need that shit, bro. I need that shit right now.
And like some of y'all are dumb as fuck and and will run a business into a ground in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
You know, what my favorite conversation is when they start doing the shit on Twitter where it's like, um, flip a coin, and if you call it right, you get a
Oh my
billion
god.
dollars, or
Yeah, bro.
we give you 500,000 right now, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'll flip that 500,000 into a billion in a couple years." You've never turned a
Bro, you're
hundred into
fucking
200 in your fucking life, and you think, shut the fuck up. Take the
I
shot,
swear
flip
to
the coin.
swear to
Stop being a
God,
bitch.
bro.
What are
I,
you
s-
talking about?
I swear to God, bro.
But everybody's super hustler. Shut the fuck up.
Like, and listen, 500K, it's a good amount of money, but you're
Yeah.
flipping a coin for a fucking billion. Are you
It's
stupid?
50%.
Like, uh, flip it. If you flip that every time, who you work a 9 to 5 right now, bro. You can't
You've
quit your
nutted
job
in a
with
bitch
like
that works at Applebee's. You
you
are not
need to
afraid to
flip
gamble.
it.
What are you doing? Like, just fucking flip the coin, man. Let's go.
Bro. There's no way. I can understand. They don't even give you like you said 50%, 80%. If it's something like a very minuscule amount or opposite of that, but a very minuscule amount, then it's like, "Oh, I'll just take the cash up front. I ain't gonna risk it." Bitch, are you fucking an extra 500K sounded like a lot to you. Double it. You could double it if you just flip this coin. Flip the
Yeah.
fucking coin, bro.
Oh,
You can't quit your
everybody
job
thinks
with
they can.
500K right now.
There, it's people who have never one time left the house and come home with more money than they left with,
Yeah, bro.
who think that they can flip. Oh, I'll turn 500K into a billion in a couple years. No, the fuck
No,
you
you
won't.
won't. You won't. You
I
absolutely won't. You
promise you won't.
fucking
You don't
you're
know
gonna have a
anything
bunch
about
of
anything.
you're gonna
Shut
have a
up.
bunch of losing fucking betting slips and you're gonna be posting fucking parlays and hoping people
Yeah,
fucking trail you. You're not you ain't flipping shit, bro.
no.
The the people that could flip that are flipping the coin. That's those motherfuckers. They
Yes.
they understand gambling. They understand risk. Like those motherfuckers are flipping the coin
Oh man.
every time, bro.
Everybody thinks they're
That's
super
just
hustler, and it's adorable. It's
yeah.
really cute. I
Like
appreciate y'all.
there's no fucking way, bro. There's no way.
So confidently too,
Like
like with
no,
no plan.
literally they quote it. Oh, easily. If
I'll
you're
turn that
flipping a coin,
into a billion in a couple years. All
you're an idiot. Like, bro, you're the fucking idiot. Who are
right.
you? Let me see your bank account
Dude,
right now if you're that confident because you've had enough. How old are you? You're in your 30s. You've had enough opportunity to flip this into this
yeah.
and then flip that into that. Like, shut the
You've never
fuck
flipped a
up.
tax return. Shut
Yeah, bro,
up.
you fucking hardly
What are
flip
you talking
burgers. I don't
about?
want to hear any of this shit. Fucking insane,
I'm
bro.
always gonna pull from the logo. Like you can count on me.
Yeah,
I will pull
yeah.
from the logo. I don't give a fuck. Like
No, I'm
like I just
fucking
said, I'm about to spend by the time this weekend's over, it's gonna be like 25 grand. I have
Mhm.
to bet on myself. I don't fucking care. Like I'm pulling from the show. I don't give a shit. Like that's how I roll. Whatever. If I lose, I lose. I'm gonna bet big because the win will be big.
Yeah, that's
If
all it
I
is.
win,
Like,
it'll be big. Fuck them.
and you're in a spot where it's like, I mean, at least you see that's the thing where it's like smart business planning because like you ain't just going into some dumb shit. Like you go, there's snow constant. You know, you guys get that harsh
Yeah.
winter. You guys got them fucking that hot summer. Like it's all that's work that's going to fucking be there, and that's the part of where it's like, yeah, it's betting on yourself, but it ain't a fucking stupid bet either. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
a
Like
it's
there. I don't know when fucking cutting grass or moving snow is ever gonna go out of style. So I'm
that's
probably
what
gonna
I'm
be all
saying.
right. Nah, I'm
Like
probably be all right.
if you're gonna
I'm just
bet on anything like that, that seems like a good bet. That's like a fucking is Stephen Curry gonna hit a fucking three tonight bet? Like I
yeah.
could put money
Like
on that. Yeah, he's probably
yeah.
gonna
Like
do
once in
that.
the whole game, I feel good about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
He's
he'll
probably gonna do
probably
that
do
shit.
that at least once.
There's way less games where that hasn't happened
Yeah,
than
that's
where
what
it
I'm
has.
saying.
I feel
Like
okay about
like
that.
I've been here my whole life. I know it fucking snows a lot, and I know grass grows. We're good. I'll bet on that.
Yeah.
I bet on that 100%.
You know what? I bet we can at least break even. I'm gonna bet on that.
Yeah,
We'll be all right.
yeah, yeah.
Feel good
Oh
about
man,
that.
is there anything we haven't touched on that you want to bring up? I mean,
I don't know, man.
we're over an hour for sure. So
No, yeah, we're hour and a half. No, this was
yeah,
fucking fun as hell.
yeah, bro. I never know how like obviously we're familiar with each other. We've got a lot of
Yeah.
like parallels and shit,
Yep.
but I just still you never know how shit's gonna go down when you like
No,
turn that camera
I
on, bro.
I had
It's
anxiety about it. Like,
like
oh
I
fuck, like what
never
if it
know.
doesn't flow? Like, no, this is
But
easy.
yeah, nah, I could do this like legitimately. I could keep going, but nah, I just wanted to, obviously thank you for coming on. And,
Absolutely.
if you, anytime you want to fucking pop on, you just shoot me a message because this shit's easy as hell. I could keep going. But,
No, like spin me back through like during the football season and maybe we
oh,
do
that's when
45
we do
minutes
it.
just like on ball.
Yeah. Yeah. We barely even talk
Spin
ball. And that
spin
was,
me
that
back
was intentional.
like around Thanksgiving when shit's getting thick, when it's getting
Yeah.
real. Like
Yeah.
we'll
We
talk
got
about
that.
how we feel about our team then or something, you know?
See, we brought up ball a little bit, but I was like, I ain't fucking talking ball tonight. Like,
Yeah, we can
I'm
save it.
yeah, like I'll intentionally not bring up ball. I intentionally like there's a lot of shit that I'm just not gonna bring up, whether it's because people are beating it to death right now, or
Mm.
because it'll be good for another time.
Yeah, spin this shit back through in like November and we'll talk like 70% ball and we'll have a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah, we'll focus on
I'm
that.
down.
Get,
Definitely.
I'm gonna have drinks that night. I only had one tonight.
Yeah, I'm not like fucking sponsored or nothing, but I'm on my second earthquake right now.
Earthquake. There you go.
Yeah. If you don't drink high gravity lager, we're probably not gonna get along. You know, we
So I'll drink. That's
gotta
another
test your
thing where
limits sometimes.
it's like I'll drink anything. Like these motherfuckers who are like, oh, Bud Light, IPA. Like, no, bro. There's a time and a place.
For
Like
every drink.
for every drink. Like especially an IPA. Like, are you trying to get what kind of night are we trying to have where you're only
Yeah,
drinking
what are we doing?
IPAs, bro? Like,
Are we having are we getting fucked up eating lunch and going home? Because
right.
IPA is
Yeah,
that's your boy,
yeah,
right? That's what you
yeah.
need
Yeah,
right there.
bro.
About three
Like,
IPAs and a
like,
fucking steak sandwich, and it's time to go home and take a
yeah.
nap. Oh yeah.
Like, is it a sprint or a marathon? Because
Yeah.
that's the difference on what you're drinking.
Are we trying to watch college football from 11 a.m. to 1 in the
Yeah,
morning when the Pac-12
yeah,
games are
bro.
wrapping? Because we're gonna need some domestics for that,
Yeah,
unless we
bro.
plan on a nap in the middle. Because I'm
Like,
not trying to nap through the SEC game. So yeah, we got to. Bro, alcohol is delicious. All of it. I
yeah,
love
I
I-
I will drink. You put it in front of me,
anything.
I'm gonna drink
I
it.
don't care.
Like, like You go to a fucking music venue and they're like, we only have PBR. I'm like, I'm drinking PBR tonight. Then I don't give
That's
a fuck.
fine.
Just hand me
Yeah,
something. I didn't
yeah.
even ask. I said, let me get a
When I
beer.
get done with Earthquake, I'm gonna have a beatbox
A
because I'm a
beatbox.
whore for alcohol and I drink it all. I don't care.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying,
care.
bro. Like, and you see
Dry
these people, it's
tuna is
like,
over. It's close enough.
like, yeah,
A
I
dumb
mean,
month. Let's go.
it's fucking, yeah, you're good. You're good to go, bro. All
I did a
right,
month.
well,
I'm good. Let's go.
let's go. Well, all right, this was fun. We got Wedge,
Yes.
Tripp, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Hey, I'm whoever makes money right now because
That's
life sucks. I'm whoever they will pay me to be.
whoever
Pay
pays
me
the
money.
fucking
I'll be whoever you
bills.
want.
Oh shit, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and
Absolutely.
we'll definitely do it again in the season.
Yes, let's do it mid-season.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
All right, bro. Be good.